Hello, and welcome to EURAXESS Smart Talks.
The Smart Talks podcast series is an EU-funded EURAXESS project which provides information and assistance to researchers at any career stage.
EURAXESS supports the EU research area in its ambition to create a single borderless market for research, innovation and technology in the EU.
We support researchers in mobility, careers within and outside academia, innovation and entrepreneurship.
We strive to increase scientific collaboration between Europe and the world. Hi, I'm Daria, a senior expert at EURAXESS National Contact Point in Latvia.
And I'm Jovan, a teaching and research assistant from the Faculty of Mechanical Engineering in Niš, Serbia.
And you are listening to the EURAXESS Smart Talks podcast.
Today our guest is PhD Tanel Aruväli. He graduated Tallinn University of Technology, TalTech. He has 10 plus years of industry experience, including establishing and being a partner in an engineering and manufacturing SME. His research interests are resilience in manufacturing, artificial intelligence, including large language models and retrieval augmented generation, simulation, cyber-physical manufacturing systems, process monitoring, and manufacturing management systems.
Tanel, hello. Welcome to the podcast.
Hello.
Could you tell us about your topic of research and how you decided to apply for MSCA postdoctoral fellowship?
Yes, my field is industrial engineering, and the title of my research is Development and Validation of Simulation-Based Stress Test for Resilience Assessment in Manufacturing Companies. So the research titles are often very long, so I would just take it into the pieces. So the focus is resilience assessment, where in the manufacturing shop floors, and how I want to assess it through stress testing. And one of the methods is simulation. So maybe I first explain what is resilience. So more technical explanation is that this is the ability of a system to withstand of high impact disruptions and to mitigate or absorb these disruptions and quickly recover. But if you bring the example from very simple example from real life, if you have a ruler and you place one top of the ruler on the table and the other top over the table, and you bend it and release, so it wobbles a bit and it takes the initial shape. So this is the resilience that we say that it's okay because of the external environment. We have so many challenges which also influence the industry. It can affect us, but we must be fast to recover. And yes, about the external environment, there's now called acronym VUCA, which stands for volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous. So this is how the environment has been last year, considering geopolitical tensions, disruptions in supply chains, energy crisis, inflation, and even shutdowns in the companies.
I see Jovan is nodding, so he perfectly understands everything what you said.
I'm a mechanical engineer as well,
yes,
and
exactly.
It's very nice to have a fellow mechanical engineer on the podcast. I think this is only our second time. We also had a guest from my university, one of the professors. It's an honor to have you. I also, talking about changing surroundings, what was the hardest part for you when you were deciding where to go for mobility?
Let's say to find the place, I would say it's balance between three characteristics. First, of course, where do you want to go, or where, if you are with your family, where would you go with your family, which is okay for your family members as well. Secondly, the place you would like to work, the research which is made in this institution, what is the equipment in laboratory, the know-how, and the team. And the third quality is the supervisor, so who can give the real advice for you and is able to contribute also in the preparation process. So I would say these three pillars are important. I would not make any of them more important than the others, but this is finding the balance between them.
And I'm sorry, you're not making one more important, and sorry to jump in, Daria, but regarding the supervisor, how did he help you during your mobility, during the process? Because in research, I mean, not also, I am a PhD student, a candidate, and I know that how the supervisor helps you makes a big difference in your research career and can in a sense literally in what Daria likes to mention as publish or perish mean the thing between life in research and death in research or going to into a different career.
Mhm. Yes. So as you already started to describe some qualities that supervisor should have, maybe I also point out some which are important for me. So of course, first, and this is the most important, that he is expert in the field where you apply the research. Also, personal fit and availability to really ask and discuss, also working style and network and connections that the supervisor has. But, yes, but my from my experience and the preparation, so yes, my supervisor, Professor Emmanuel Francolanza, so he was very helpful during the time we prepared. So we had, I think, 4 or 5 online meetings, and actually, when I went to the idea to have the proposal in MSCA, I didn't have the exact idea yet how the project idea. I had the topic, the general topic, and actually during these 4 or 5 times of meeting, I developed my idea further, and sometimes I proposed 2 alternatives how to go, and he was the one who validated my ideas basically. And of course, this was really important. So I was not alone with my ideas, but I continuously got the feedback during the phase of development, and of course also support from the more basic things like first you need to have your supervisor's CV to understand what can you include to the proposal at all and how you connect it with your research, the description of department and the equipment in the lab, and also to provide contacts to other university members in research support office or research and innovation office. And another important part, to find a co-supervisor, collaborators, and non-academic placement, for example.
So, this is my next question. What was your approach towards a successful application? What was the hardest part of it? Whether it was excellence, impact, or implementation?
I think the most effort I put into excellence. As I said, that these 4 or 5 times we met, I also developed the idea during all these meetings, and yes, this took the most time. Actually, this was my second proposal. First time it was 2020, and from this time I already had more or less the impact part, which I needed to modify slightly. And about the implementation, so it came somehow naturally from the first part. Or let's say actually I yes, maybe I already go further and answer for some other questions, but my idea was I didn't start to write from the beginning. I spent a lot of time to structure all the work, all these three parts, and also when I had the real understanding what I'm doing, then I started to prepare the proposal. And this was actually the main thing I studied from my first proposal writing, where I just started to write in the beginning without knowing yet what is the research actually about. I already started to write, and so I got some difficulties.
Sure, sure. So first, your advice would be to develop the concept, like conceptual model of what you are going to do, what you want to, what are the results, tangible results of your project, and then afterwards, of course, shaping it into the proposal.
I would say that first you need to understand the terms. What
Hmm.
are objectives, outputs, outcome, impact, the
Oh yeah,
results,
oh yeah.
dissemination, expectation, milestones, and then you start to fill these what are to develop the objectives, how they are connected with outputs, impact, milestones, exploitation, dissemination. So you are like making, or I would suggest to make such a schema how everything is related to each other.
And I wanted to ask an additional question in regards to proposal writing. More and more scientists are applying, not fully writing or plagiarizing AI tools during proposal writing. What's your experience in this regard? Do you have any suggestions, any good ideas on in which ways these tools can be used to help with taking into account ethical constraints, with the proposal remaining in basis human written?
Mhm. Yes, so I didn't use it too much. I basically I was using it when I was developing my concept to get the basic level understanding of some concepts, softwares, but I didn't use it to write anything. The space is also quite limited, 10 pages. And of course, yes, well, I wrote already 2 years ago. The AI, the large language models are developing every day. Today, maybe they give already more help also in writing if you are really experienced already. But today, if I should start writing again, I would find it still difficult to use it for the real text, but more for generating ideas and to provide you some deeper insights into what you explain with your own words.
Thank you, Jovan, for this timely question. Actually, I also was wondering whether AI would help or vice versa wouldn't help with these project proposals. But crafting your idea and stress testing your idea, I mean, it's a good tool to check whether it understands your initial idea, or you should shape it a little bit differently. But about the mobility, and as you mentioned in the very beginning, if I may to ask you, because you came to Malta together with your family, any tips and tricks, challenges or opportunities for your family that was hard or very easy for you, for example? During the mobility, like from your initial idea up to the time when you came already, and you're in the mobility, and what are you going to do together in absolutely new circumstances, new country, new maybe environment. Also you have children, so everything, how the setup was.
Mhm. Yes, Malta has is bilingual Maltese and English, which is helpful. That English is one of the language, so my children already speak good English. Therefore, yes, this was one obstacle less. Um, but yes, the school system is quite different. Originally, I'm from Estonia. The system works quite differently, and I still actually don't have the full idea uh, about the levels and how in the long scale the system works. I think one which, if you are with family and children, one what you need to think about is the timing. You need to be aligned with the start of the school, preferably not to go in the middle of the academic year. I thought I'm prepared and I'm going exactly before the school starts, which was not enough because it came out that my son doesn't have a place in school because the school was full, and there was many strugglings regarding this. But yes, now he has a place. But initially there was different opinions from different institutions, at different levels. What should I do, or what shouldn't I do, or who should take care of it? So it was, yes, some struggling as well.
And talking about the future, what are your plans in regards to your career after this mobility?
That's a very good question, which I have asked also other MSCA fellows, and I must say that the ones I have talked with, none of them had very clear idea, and it's the same with me. What is the one option that many of them are trying is ERC grant, which would be interesting, of course. But as we know, the ERC grants, to get it, it's even more competing than getting the MSCA. So not all MSCA graduates can make it. So yes, this is what I still need to think about. Hopefully, I have time. And one option is, of course, to commercialize your output, which is also one option for me to think about it. I have talked with my supervisor, who also proposed to continue at university as a researcher, but I have still a little bit less than 2 years to go. So we will see.
Maybe another MSCA application still, if you have time for that.
I don't know. I don't know if it's possible.
Yeah, but this is always important to think about the all these career chances. And for example, in comparison to social humanities, you have a very good collaboration in STEM with industry, still better, at least. Okay, not very good, everything could be even better, but the collaboration between industry and STEM researchers is better than between social humanities researcher and industry. So at least you can explore different career chances there also, and the different mobility options are available also under MSCA, and or collaboration in Horizon Europe projects. So we wish you all the best. We wish you to get all the results, all the publications ready until your deadline, and I hope everything will be in line with your plan and according to it. And thank you very much for this interview, Tanel.
Thank you for having me here. Thank you very much.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the EURAXESS Smart Talks podcast.
We hope that you enjoyed this episode and can't wait to share more with you next time.
You can follow us and find more episodes on the EURAXESS portal, our social media profiles, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
This episode was prepared by hosts Daria Aksionova and Jovan Aranjelovic, editor Isar Peer, and is dedicated in memoriam of Professor Miroslav Trajanovic.